Back in the 1980s, it was every kid's dream to stick their arm up a giant nose or get splattered by a giant soda machine, let alone sloppy slides and giant cream pies. It was the show all kids wanted to go on. And with that, hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to Macabre'Gorium Labs presents School of Boredom, a showcase of things likely forgotten, Nickelodeon edition. My name is Bats, and I'll be your guide today as we explore Lesson N103, Double Dare. We skipped the physical challenge. For this lesson, we have to go back in time, way back in time. Back to 1986. On October 6th, 1986, Nickelodeon brought us the first game show for kids that had ever appeared on the network. I am, of course, talking about the one and only Double Dare. So let's start this lesson off with some backstory. In 1986, production and consulting groups went to Nickelodeon with the idea for a kids' game show. Nickelodeon did some research using focus groups and determined that kids liked watching adult game shows. Nickelodeon saw a golden opportunity to have an original show in a demographic that wasn't yet being used. This amazing game show was created for Nickelodeon by Jeffrey Darby, Michael Klinghoffer, Dee LeDuc, and Robert Mittenthal. They did their research as well and used a new format that combined several games together. Double Dare was a combination of trivia, truth or dare, and the board game Mousetrap. Jeffrey Darby presented a pilot of the show in May of 1986, in which he did the hosting part. As you probably guessed, Nickelodeon loved the show, and so production started in June of 1986. However, Darby would not go on to be the host of the show, but potential hosts did include Dana Carvey and MG Lab's favorite, Soupy Sales. Unfortunately, Soupy Sales was considered too old, and Dana Carvey decided to audition for Saturday Night Live instead.
For those that are too young to know, Saturday Night Live is an adult-themed sketch show.
After initial tryouts and multiple auditions, they were left with two options to host the show, and one of them would be legendary comedian Marc Summers. In order for them to find their perfect host, the two finalists would be filmed hosting a mock game show. Marc Summers stood out as he decided to end the mock game show by leading into a commercial. This really impressed the producers and allowed Marc Summers to find his career booster. Next, they needed to find an announcer, and this problem was solved by the producers finding out about a Philadelphia radio host named John Harvey. Harvey immediately agreed to be the announcer for Double Dare. Soon after that, they then hired Robin Morella and Dave Shakir to be constant stage assistants who were often seen setting up the game. Originally in 1986, this show was at WHYY-TV Studios in Philadelphia. Then Nickelodeon got an offer from WHYY-TV to use their new production line Wing to create the show. Nickelodeon agreed, and Philadelphia had an added bonus of being cheaper on production costs. The original stage for Double Dare was created by James Finnegan and Byron Taylor. The walls were glass brick with yellow and pink tiles in a checkerboard pattern. The floor was its iconic blue tiles, as Darby wanted it to have a swimming pool feel. The basic game consisted of two teams of kids trying to answer trivia questions, win physical challenges, and get to the obstacle course in order to win cash and prizes. The show would begin with a toss-up challenge where both teams would compete. When one team completed the challenge, they would get the opportunity to answer the first question. After the initial toss-up, Marc Summers would go on to explain the rules of the game and how to play. And he would say,
Let's talk about the rules here on Family Double Dare. I'm going to be asking you a question, and if you don't know the answer or think the other team doesn't have a clue, you can dare them to answer it for double the dollars. But be careful, because they can always double dare you back for how much, Harvey?
Well, that would be, for Will, that would be 2 squared times the bucks.
That's right. And then they either have to answer that question or take the physical challenge. Good luck to both teams. Here's your first question worth $25.
The trivia questions that were asked could be about history, geography, math, or general trivia. But of course, they were things kids specifically would know. Now on to the fun stuff. There were a total of 40 physical challenges, and they would be chosen from at random for each episode. The physical challenges were messy stunts that needed to be completed within a 10 to 30 second time frame. Most of these challenges involved putting some type of liquid or substance into a container. Substances included water, milk, green slime, whipped cream, and pudding, just to name a very few. Some of the physical challenges, on the other hand, included Animal Trainer, Bombs Away, Pour It On, and Bananas in Your Boat, just to name a few. The team that had the most points at the end of the rounds would be the winners and move on to the best part, the iconic obstacle course.
We'll be right back with more Double Dare.
Shameless plug!
Hey everybody, if you're enjoying the video, please click like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can see all of our weird, creepy, odd, strange, or eccentric content as soon as we get it out to you. Now without further ado, back to your video.
And now, back to Double Dare.
The iconic obstacle course. The obstacle course consisted of 8 stunts that would be randomly chosen from the over 50 stunts the show had available. You had to find the orange flag hidden in each stunt and pass it to your partner in order to move on to the next stage of the obstacle course. The team had to work together, alternating stunts until all 8 were completed, or the timer on the clock would run out. Some of our favorite stunts in the obstacle course are the Big Kahuna Wave Slide, Couch Searching, 1-Ton Hamster Wheel, Kid Wash, and of course, the legendary, the iconic, the one you've all been waiting to hear, Pick It. For each flag your team collected, there were cash and prizes that you would win, such as a Toys R Us gift certificate, totally rad skateboards, rockin' BMX bikes, a totally cool RCA 19-inch color TV, and the Atari 7800 top-of-the-line video game console, just to name a few. However, if your team was fast enough and you made it through all 8 obstacles within the 60-second time limit, you would not only win all of the prizes available, but you would be eligible for the grand prize. That could include a family vacation to Disney World, a mini car for kids that would either be a mini Indy race car or a mini Corvette, or a trip to Palm Springs. With this winning game show idea, Nickelodeon had many ideas on what this show could be. Such as, in August of 1987, there was a weekend edition called Super Sloppy Double Dare that was filmed in New York. This version of the game played just like the original, but with one twist. The stunts were a lot messier, which was totally awesome. As Double Dare has evolved, Nickelodeon came up with an awesome way for families to be together and have fun, plus a chance to get mom and dad slimed. Of course, I'm referring to Family Double Dare, and that had an original 13-episode Saturday night edition run on Fox from April 3rd to July 23rd, 1988. Family Double Dare was played the same way, with questions, physical challenge, and the iconic obstacle course. But it was usually played with a mom, a dad, and 2 kids, making 2 teams of 4. Because the parents would be included in this version of the game, the trivia questions would be written a little more difficult. The physical stunts and obstacle courses involved messier and more difficult stunts with a bigger budget. Also, with a bigger budget, the grand prizes were also a lot better.
Unfortunately, this only ran for 13 episodes, with a second season being canceled by Fox before its release due to creative differences.
August 13th, 1990 would bring Family Double Dare back home to Nickelodeon as they aired episodes that had been shown on Fox in 1988. On September 2nd, 1990, there was a special episode with Marc Summers, Harvey, and stage assistant Robin Morella reminiscing about Double Dare and previewing the new Family Double Dare. Nickelodeon had decided to make their own version of Family Double Dare, and it began airing on October 6th, 1990. In total, there were 80 episodes that would run for 2 consecutive seasons. For the 1990s, Nickelodeon aired Double Dare and Family Double Dare in syndication. We then come to December 20th, 1999, when Nickelodeon announced they were bringing back the original Double Dare, and it was called Double Dare 2000. Double Dare 2000 was hosted by Jason Harris with Tiffany Phillips as the announcer.
Don't worry though, they didn't forget Marc Summers, as he was an executive consultant during production.
That's right, Goat. In fact, we would say you can't even have Double Dare without Marc Summers. Double Dare 2000 worked like Family Double Dare, but had a redone stage design and bigger physical challenges. Another new addition to the show was the Triple Dare Challenge option that was in round 2. This option included an additional $300 and an additional prize to the main game. This addition in the evolution of Double Dare only lasted until November of 2000. But Nickelodeon did play show reruns until July 29th, 2001. Between 2012 and 2016, Nickelodeon Suites Resort in Orlando, Florida had a nightly live stage presentation called Double Dare Live. Once the Nickelodeon Suites Resorts became the Holiday Inn Resort, this was also canceled to the disappointment of many fans. But this is far from the end of the story. On November 23, 2016, Nick at Night had an encore airing of The Splat that included clips of behind-the-scenes footage. This special also included Marc Summers, Harvey, and Robin Morella. There were over 1 million viewers of that special, and this made Nickelodeon realize how much we all wanted them to bring back this iconic game show for families and kids. We were rewarded in 2017 with Marc Summers saying that he was in talks with Nickelodeon to return as the iconic host.
Because again, what would Double Dare be without Marc Summers?
On April 25th, 2018, Nickelodeon answered its fans by announcing a new version of Double Dare, which would be the second version of the show. This version had 40 episodes that were recorded in Los Angeles, California. Liza Koshy was chosen to host, with Marc Summers appearing in an on-camera role where he would provide commentary about the physical challenges and help transitions from questions to physical challenges. Marc Summers was also one of the show's executive producers. The last new episode of Double Dare would air on August 31st, 2019, and Marc Summers announced that Double Dare would not be coming back for a third season. The series ended with the holiday tournament on December 20th, 2019. Here in 2021, you can still find reruns of old episodes of Double Dare and Family Double Dare on Nickelodeon and YouTube, or when they do special events. Double Dare and Family Double Dare will always be remembered as a great way to get messy and get your parents messy without getting in trouble. It would be awesome if they brought it back again, as it has always been popular with kids and adults alike. And with that, we've come to the end of our video. This has been Macabre'Gorium Labs presents School of Boredom, a showcase of things likely forgotten, Nickelodeon edition. Lesson N103, Double Dare. We skipped the physical challenge. I've been your host, Bats. Be sure to check back next time. You never know what we have in store. And as usual, think for yourselves, be excellent to each other, and keep it creepy. Hey, thanks for checking out our video. If you enjoyed this one and would like to see more of our weird, creepy, odd, eccentric, or strange content as soon as it comes out, please feel free to click like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more. We'll see you later. Keep it creepy.